It's their job to care for children on behalf of the state of Washington. But social workers tell King 5 our system is failing to protect the most vulnerable foster kids. The King 5 investigators series, After Hours, Fostering Chaos, revealed the state is allegedly punishing uncooperative foster kids by forcing them to spend the night in state offices and in cars. Well, now Chris Ingalls has an eye-opening look at what social workers face on any given night.
And a bit of a warning here, this story does contain information about teen self-harm that some viewers might find disturbing.
Don't say that in front of them. They're going to take you away.
I'll come with you. Clothes are gone.
Police body cameras tell the story.
There's a physical altercation. Another youth beat her up, knocked her teeth out.
Why would you on camera? Admit to it. Are you slow?
Of how the state handles some of its foster kids with the most challenges.
Kind of getting pretty upset, kind of making threats towards people, damaging property, wanting to hurt other people.
State social workers who want these kids in treatment are instead forced to dial 911.
We're honestly all concerned for our safety.
How did they get back here?
They broke down 2 doors.
And ask police to manage the kids at foster care offices.
And it can be really exhausting and really draining.
Deanna Ginter quit her job last month after nearly 4 years of working the after-hours shift in Bellingham as a social worker for the Department of Children, Youth, and Families, DCYF.
We can't adequately help the kids because we don't have the resources to. We're often left to just figure it out as we go.
She's one of 25 current or former state social workers and staff we interviewed who are concerned by DCYF's treatment of kids who don't have placement in foster homes.
We're working with kids that have serious behavioral issues because of the trauma that they've experienced.
It's Officer Mathias, the Kent Police Department.
The situation is most dire on the night shift, when the state houses kids that it can't find foster homes for in hotel rooms or DCYF office lobbies overnight.
It just means it's you and the kid.
Is there glass in your hand? Why do you want to do that?
This police call to the Kent DCYF office earlier this year highlights one of the problems.
5'2", he's acting like he's going to cut his throat.
A teenager with autism spending the night at the office threatens to hurt himself after charging his social worker with a broken piece of glass.
I'm sorry, I'm just emotional about it because he's never been like that towards me, ever.
So, you know the drill. A medic crew takes the teen to the hospital for evaluation after Kent police talk him down. But what happens next to the teenager falls on the shoulders of the social worker named Sierra.
What do you want done? Because there is a criminal act. Him threatening you like that is felony level harassment. Do you want to be the victim of that and press charges for that?
I don't know. It's just because, like,
I get where you're coming from, and it's difficult.
mental health, and
right?
maybe a young African-American man, and just, like, so much.
I don't know, but I would imagine that's the struggle. Would charging this kid get them the resources that they need? But why does it take a felony charge to get them resources?
Social workers say After Hours is often the least experienced DCYF staff, working the most challenging cases with the fewest resources other than calling police.
A lot of kids are triggered by police officer presence. It's not a fun thing to do, and oftentimes police are very dismissive of us.
I don't know what to do. Have not committed a crime. They're just being unruly.
Records show 203 police responses to the Kent DCYF office in the last 18 months.
No, you can't leave.
Like this call in May, where 4 foster kids are rampaging through the back office at night. It results in a standoff between officers and social workers.
This is their job as de facto parents.
I can't physically take them out of the building.
Why can't you guys physically take them out of the building when they're not supposed to be in this building?
7 after-hour social workers we interviewed told us DCYF gave them little to no training for the job. Some said the agency's intervention teams that respond to kids in crisis are not available on the night shift.
Yeah, we're almost always alone. I think that it would be so much safer and better for us as workers and for the kids if we worked in pairs always.
He starts coming towards us.
Social workers say it all adds up to a foster care system that isn't helping kids like the teenager who threatened Sierra with a piece of glass.
Yeah, they let him out of the hospital, so he's back.
Is he already?
Yeah.
In this follow-up interview, the day after the attack with the glass, Sierra tells the officer the teenager is back in the DCYF office, released after just a few hours in the hospital.
This makes, I think, like almost week 4 of him going to the hospital. He's been literally every week for the last 4 weeks.
Can you at least show me that you're okay?
It's a system that social workers say fosters chaos in the lives of some kids. A DCYF spokesperson declined a request for an on-camera interview, but she said that last year the agency did start providing some training to social workers for things like trauma-informed care and dealing with escalating behaviors. The department acknowledges that this is a high-stress job, high-stress work that's historically been done by inexperienced workers who are just entering the field of social work. I think everybody agrees, Greg, that this is a very challenging assignment.
Chris, I know you reported, 3 weeks ago that a federal judge had ordered DCYF to stop housing kids in hotels and office buildings based partly on your reporting. Has that happened already? No more kids in offices?
Well, you know, the department has agreed to phase out office and car stays over the course of the year, but what are they going to do in the alternative? We still don't know the answer to that. DCYF has been saying for years that sheltering kids in hotels and offices is bad, but they haven't been able to put a stop to it.
I sense more to come in this story. Great story, Chris. Thank you.
You bet, Greg.